the Royal Rumble match, the Elimination Chamber match. These are all matches that compel fans to count down when they see that number 10 on screen. Now, AEW saw that and said, let's add some f***ing ladders to it. On Saturday, May 23rd, 2020, AEW will be introducing the Casino Royale Ladder match. Now, just like the Royal Rumble, 2 men will start and every 90 seconds a new entrant will come in. So hypothetically, this match could even end before the last person even comes out. These entrants include Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Scorpio Sky, Frank Kazarian, Kip Sabian, Rey Fenix, Luchasaurus, and the greatest wrestler of all time, Orange Cassidy. It's true and there's nothing you could say to change my mind, so fight me. However, the 9th entrant has been kept a secret, but we all know who it should be, and realistically it's gonna be...
Well, it's a Big Show!
Get out of here, Big Show! No one likes you. Jesus. Realistically, it could be any possibility, but I have put my top wrestling scientists, yes, that is a thing, on the case, and they come up with these 5 realistic possibilities, along with 3 I just put just for fun, my fantasy bookings as you would call it. Keep in mind, everybody who was released from WWE last month will not be included on this list as they have a 90-day no-compete clause. That being said, this is Jermaine, aka the sexiest man on YouTube, and this is who should be the entrant in the Casino Royale Ladder match. I'm gonna start with the fantasy booking first. My third choice for the fantasy booking is none other than Danhausen. With this pandemic, AEW's done a great job of putting the spotlight on independent wrestlers throughout Dynamite and AEW Dark. You're welcome, Pineapple Pete. Danhausen's great, and he's already one of the more well-known independent wrestlers. Plus, we've seen that the AEW audience will embrace some of the more unusual gimmicks, like Orange Cassidy. Did I mention he's the greatest wrestler of all time? Though I don't see him as a serious competitor in this match, I can see him pulling out some of his signature spots. Be adding some of Kip Sabianhausen's perfect teeth into his collection, or Frank Kazarianhausen saying while Danhausen's telling him, no swearing! It's a fun idea. Very nice. Very evil. Moving on to the more serious entrants, at number 5 I have Joey Ryan. Okay, so maybe serious would be a little bit of a stretch with Joey Ryan, but I have the same thought process as Danhausen on this one. Bring in a well-known independent wrestler, continue to show your support for the indie community, and have Joey Ryan do one of his fun penis spots on there. Because what's not fun about one man grabbing another man's penis? Am I right, guys? Am I right? Guys? Though last year did look like there was a chance he was going to sign with AEW, he did state that he would rather stay in the independent scene. However, let's be honest, that penis grabbing gimmick would not be able to be pulled off on national TV. But as a one spot on Double or Nothing, they could pull it off. Now, Joey Ryan does have a good relationship with the Young Bucks. Plus, a lot of wrestlers on AEW have been on his promotion, Bar Wrestling. And here's a picture of me and Joey Ryan at Bar Wrestling for no reason.
I can be your hero, baby.
If this spot's going to be given to a one-off, Joey Ryan is the perfect guy. We have enough guys in this match who are athletic. We have a big guy in Luchasaurus. The one thing this match is missing is just a little bit of comedy. And of course, at number 4, the guy on Twitter everyone's talking about, Drew Gulak. Now, it's tempting for a lot of fans to jump on this bandwagon as his contract with WWE just expired. But let's look at some of these facts. Gulak left WWE asking for a raise, and during this pandemic, I doubt AEW is going to give him that as well. Even if this was just a one-off, I doubt Drew Gulak will want to burn that bridge with WWE, because there's still the chance he could always return, especially with him and his bromance with Daniel Bryan being one of the best things going on SmackDown at the time. But now that we got that out of the way, let me drink some of the Kool-Aid and I'll tell you why he will be showing up. AEW does not want to look like a place that only picks up released WWE talent. But talent is talent, and Drew Gulak has talent. Along with that, he's also respected in the AEW locker room, as someone like Joey Janela already came out and said there would be no Joey Janela without Drew Gulak. Not only that, but Cody has a tendency to take shots at WWE. What would be a bigger jab than to grab somebody that just left the company and then shows up a week later at Double or Nothing? Let's get back to Crazyland for a minute, as my number 2 fantasy booking is Jordynne Grace. But just look at her and tell me she wouldn't kick the ass of half the people in the AEW locker room. On arrival, she'd be shot up the women's division on a heartbeat, as we all know that so far has been the weakest point in AEW's divisions. However, she's also shown that she can compete with the men in multi-man matches. Just look at the Battle Royale at All In, where she made it pretty far in this match. Not only that, this would help the casual fan embrace the fact that women can't compete with men on this kind of level. As we've seen on Impact Wrestling, or not seen on Impact Wrestling, because who watches that? Am I right, guys? Guys, women can believably be put over the men, as we've seen Tessa Blanchard hold on to the men's Impact World Championship. And right at the bat, she could have a feud with someone like Jimmy Havoc and then move on to someone like Nyla Rose. She could be competing in both divisions and be successful at it. Come on, guys, let's be progressive. I'm sure one day we'll see a man win the women's championship. I'm looking at you, Baron Corbin. You get that women's Money in the Bank contract. Going to number 3 for the more likely candidates, it's Flip Gordon. Now, this could be a little bit of a stretch because Gordon is under contract with Ring of Honor. However, his name was dropped by Kenny Omega on BTE this week. Coincidence? I think not. There was talk of Ring of Honor having a working relationship early on with AEW. but that didn't seem likely. However, now with the pandemic going on, it might be a good idea for both companies to help each other out and get fan interest back to what it used to be when things go back to normal. Most people would prefer Marty Scurll? While some people prefer Marty S or some of the other names thrown in there, it would feel like a waste of a big angle to put someone like that or Dalton Castle or Jay Lethal in there. But Gordon is the perfect fit as he has the kind of ability to shine in this kind of match. And Gordon has the believability to win. As if he did and went on to face Jon Moxley, it would kick off a Ring of Honor angle. So you can still have some kind of invasion angle without giving away the big angle right away. Plus with this relationship with the Elite, this does make it somewhat likely that it could happen. Number 2 for realistic, it's Chris Hero.
I can be your hero.
Now Hero was part of the big releases from WWE. However, since he was an NXT superstar, he only has a 30-day non-compete clause. If my math is correct, and my C- in high school says it is, that would mean that his clause would end a few days before Double or Nothing. Hero is a great talent, he just never found his footing in NXT, which is weird because a lot of independent wrestlers excel in the NXT environment. However, he was looked at as out of shape, at least compared to the people they were pushing at the time in NXT. Now there's always a chance he's not what he used to be, but for AEW this is a low risk, high reward situation. Especially right now with the pandemic going on, I'm sure the price will be reasonable for him to sign with AEW. His style would work great with the other competitors in this match. As you can imagine, some guys jumping off the ladder and then a strike from Hero. Oh no! As far as the main roster run, I see him being an upper mid-carder, going up against Jungle Boy, Lance Archer, Darby Allin, and what could be a variety of different types of matches. So I think it's fair to say this is a safe possibility, but not the safest. Before I get to my last realistic pick, I'm gonna go with my last fantasy pick, and it's CM Punk. Will this happen? 100% no. But as a wrestling fan, I gotta hold on hope. I gotta hold on hope that this one day will happen. I know he's happy with doing WWE backstage and working for Marvel and doing all that other stuff, but we need you, CM Punk. The wrestling community needs you. I know this is a waste of a big angle if you were to do just a ladder match, but just give us something. Something. I am a desperate man. To show you how desperate I am, I did an interview with him, and I'm gonna show you a clip with the interview I did with CM Punk.
We need you. Hell, I need you. I'm a mess without you. I miss you so damn much. I miss being with you. I miss being near you. I miss your laugh. I miss your scent. I miss your musk.
And finally, the person I think is most likely to be the mystery competitor is former Impact Heavyweight Champion Brian Cage. A while ago, there was a report that he already signed with AEW, though both him and his wife had denied this on Twitter. Because, you know, wrestlers never lie. But it was hard to confirm or deny this because around the same time, he got injured and was out for months. Which is fine because it's not like he got pulled from a bar wrestling match because of the injury. It's not like I had tickets to go see him or anything. I'm not mad, you're mad. Now, the timeline for his injury means this is around the time he would be healed. And maybe a ladder match is not the best first match to be having after an injury, but keep in mind, you'll probably be the number 9 entrant, and it's a multi-man match, which means his spots will be limited. Now, one of the biggest complaints AEW has been having is lack of big men. I see you, Vince McMahon, on the message boards. Now, they have fixed this a little bit with Brody Lee, Wardlow, Luchasaurus, and Lance Archer, but with Brian Cage joining the AEW roster, he would skyrocket and easily be the best big man on the roster. And the best part with Brian Cage is he doesn't need a big storyline to be introduced. He is literally a machine. He will destroy anybody. Whether he's a face or a heel, just put a man in front of him and he will beat him, and that's the only story that you need to tell with him. And if he were to win a ladder match, there's no better person in wrestling that tells the story of taking a beating better than Jon Moxley. This is literally a dream match for me. Now shut up and take my money. Did I miss anybody? Let me know in the comments. Who would you fantasy book in this match? Now remember, Double or Nothing will be on Saturday, May 23rd, which is great to see pay-per-view being back, some normalcy in this time. I hope everyone's being safe. As always, this is Falls Count Anywhere Wrestling, and I'll see you next time. Laters.